Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Yana Immis and I'm talking about studying abroad. So I would talk today about points which changed after I moved to Germany from Russia. Oh! Today I will talk about takeaways from my study abroad in Germany. Which things changed, how I changed, how my relatives, my friends don't recognize me when I go back home to Russia. Study abroad experience changes you. It changed me, it will change you, trust me. Don't forget to subscribe to stay tuned for the updates and newsletters, and write in the comment section any comments, questions, concerns that you have. I will try to solve all your problems. With study abroad at least. I came to Germany 10 years ago to do my bachelor degree. Then I did my master's degree, found an internship, found a job. Actually, I would say the job has found me, because immigration office called my employer and told them that I am overqualified and they should pay me more. So my employer had to raise the salary. Isn't that great? I love how Germany protects you when you're a qualified foreigner. I love it. Frankly speaking, I didn't know if I want to stay in Germany. I mean, you love it and you hate it. You have to get used to it, because if you're coming from a developing country, the life in Germany can be a little bit tough for you because the things don't work the same way. Well, it took me around 3 maybe years to get accustomed to the way Germans think and behave, and about the things that are accepted in the country and what is not accepted, like a trial and error, you know. And yes, it took me 3 years to understand that this is the country where I want to live, work and retire one day. Even if I leave Munich sometimes, I travel a lot, I always smile when I land in Franz Josef Strauss airport of Munich, and I'm happy to be back. This is my town, this is my Kreis, this is my country now. I wrote down all the things that I think changed me after the study abroad experience in Germany. If you're my friend or a relative or an enemy and you would like to tell the audience more about me, please put down in the comments what else changed that you think changed. So first of all, I became German. Literally, I was Russian before and now I have only German passport. I had to give up my Russian passport. It was a difficult choice to make. But I took it for the future of mine, to be able to connect my profession to traveling, to be able to be independent in Europe, and for my future employment. I'm a patriot though still, and I love coming back home to my country, and my family is in Russia, but my heart belongs to Germany now. I lived in Germany for 5 years and I did not apply for permanent residence. I was offered a permanent residence in immigration office and I was like, yeah, why not? Actually, I like that. Foreigners can apply for permanent residence 5 years after living in Germany, working in Germany. But I didn't think about that. Like, I came here to study and that's it. And then they offered it to me themselves. They're like, hey, do you want permanent residence? And I was like, well, if you insist, yeah. So that's how I got mine. After 7 years of studying and working, I applied for German passport and successfully got it after a few pain moments 2 years after. So I'm German since a year now. Feels good. Endless travel possibilities, possibility to open a company in Germany within 1 day, and voting rights, and as well employment in any part of the world, which is so much easier now to do. The best is that I can visit my Mexican friends in London easily overnight, and I can travel to my good friend in the US overnight as well. Now there is no borders. Somebody stop me now. I became educated. What I love the most about German education is that it's applied science most of the time. It's hands-on approach. It means you do have books, but you have to read them at home. And the books are not old school, they are coming from the US, which is ahead of all books in the world. And you learn from the pros. You learn by case studies, by workshops, by presentations, group projects, and you're thrown to work in a group with different nationalities, and it's a lot of fun. It is hard because you have to make yourself learn at home. You apply during the classes. but it's so relevant to the industry, it's so relevant to your future. I did my bachelor and my master degrees in business and finance, and I fully apply it now in my business. I'm super happy about it. I became punctual. Well, basically some of my friends actually hate me for that. There's some friends of mine that are never on time. I am always on time now. And in fact, I can be on time half an hour before the appointment, because I have this now thinking, better super early than a little bit late. Like, I think I have a trauma or something, I don't know. I have become law-abiding. Basically, I learned it the hard way that paying the transport tickets makes sense long term, that you actually save money from paying it. Also, I realized obeying the rules, paying the taxes, paying the radio tax, just do it. Just do it. Everybody does it, just do it. And your life is gonna be fine. I am one of those weirdos who doesn't cross the road on the red light at night when there's no cars and there's nobody on the horizon. That's just the way I am now. Call it Germanized. I have become friendlier and hungry for networking. Here you are lost in translation, like in the movie. If you're Russian, if you're Chinese, if you're Mexican, if you're Italian, you bond in one classroom because all of you don't know German. And all of you do not know the Germans. So you kind of bond because the family is far away. So the friends that you make during your education are the best network for you, and they're gonna be your closest friends. Now all of my friends are across the globe, but I know that if I am somehow traveling, passing by, I have this great mate out there that I can meet and I can stay at, and I really appreciate that. And the network. Important for foreigners to understand is that there is no network for you unless you work for it. So speak out, spread the word, do the network, give the business card. If you don't do the network is not gonna be working for you. I became more open-minded, coming from the conservative small city background, so I never lived abroad. I traveled to US a little bit and traveled for short trips abroad, but I never lived abroad. And the things here are really different. I had to learn to respect and understand other cultures. It was not easy. I learned so much about different cultures because I worked with the Egyptians, I studied with Chinese, with Austrians, with Italians, with the Americans. Everybody is different. I didn't know that in India they speak different languages in every corner of the country. I also didn't know that Egypt is Africa. I, for some reason, was totally wrong with my geography. I learned that it doesn't matter where you come from. We're all the same, and I opened my mind to different cultures, and I got inspired to learn Arabic now and to travel across the globe. I mean, I would never dare to do some things because I lack knowledge about it. Like, don't go to Sri Lanka or go into India until I met the people from there. I became independent and I became a planning freak. So living alone, living abroad, you have to do everything on your own. And since in Germany the majority of shops close early, and in Munich on Sundays nothing is open, you have to do your groceries in advance, you have to do your laundry in advance, and you have to plan. People are busy, and here people appreciate work-life balance. So if you disturb them, they don't like it. That's why you have to schedule the appointments with them in advance to meet your friends. You ask them when they're available, and you kind of combine your schedules to find a good solution. It's different in my country, so I had to get used to it. And now when I come back to Russia, people are like, dude, we can just talk the same day and schedule, be spontaneous, you know, I don't know, YOLO. But I'm like, but I have plans. And I became a calculated risk taker. After study abroad experience, which is a really big risk, any other risk afterwards, probably minor. You learn to dare. If you dare to do a jump and to move abroad, afterwards, it's not gonna be difficult, you made it. If it doesn't work out, you always have a safety blanket home. You can always come back home. But if it works out, and trust me, it will, your life will be enriched with all these positive experiences.